Welcome, passionate Toronto Maple Leafs fans, to an exclusive update from Toronto Maple Leafs News Now. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to our channel and become a part of our dedicated community. As the offseason approaches, the Toronto Maple Leafs find themselves at a crucial juncture in their relationship with forward Mitch Marner. His contract is up for renegotiation this summer, and he has expressed his desire to remain in Toronto for the long term. It's home for him. What does this mean for the extension talks? Marner is clear. He wants to sign a long-term extension. The Athletic's Jonas Siegel reported that Marner loves this place, this city. Obviously, I grew up here. We'll start thinking about that now and try to figure something out. The Maple Leafs like Marner, but negotiations may not be easy. However, I foresee a chance that Marner may not return. It won't be because the team doesn't want him or doesn't consider him a good player. Instead, it might be because they may not have the stomach to play the game of his agent, Darren Ferris. The last contract negotiations with Ferris were controversial, and the new general manager Brad Treliving, who isn't Kyle Dubas, prefers a different type of player than Dubas did. There's also a chance that head coach Sheldon Keefe has embraced Treliving's mindset. He recently spoke about how much they missed Bobby McMahon. Matthew Knies played exceptionally well in this season's playoffs. Both McMahon and Knies are big men, and Marner is not. While Marner is skilled, and there's no denying that, the playoffs are moments when he seems to not perform as well. This fact doesn't bode well with Ferris' negotiating pattern. I can imagine the moment Treliving sees the negotiations, if they go the same way as before, as a farce. I hope he gets tired of it more quickly than Dubas did. If Treliving reaches that point, what will happen? If I were to advise Marner, I would advise deciding where you want to be. If it's Toronto, negotiate a fair contract in secret and quietly sign it. Unfortunately, I can't see that happening, but I can see that if negotiations become as controversial as before, there's a chance Marner will be shown the door in Toronto. Reasons why Marner's negotiations could go south. Negotiating a contract extension with Marner won't be easy, especially if similar complexities and tensions arise during the talks. Things could quickly go south because I don't believe the Maple Leafs will be pushed around this time. Here are 5 reasons why the organization could take a firm stance in contract negotiations with Marner. Reason 1. The Maple Leafs may not be in the mood. First, the Maple Leafs organization may not be willing to engage in controversial negotiations, especially with a new general manager like Treliving. Treliving may want to establish a culture of collaboration and mutual respect in contract negotiations. If Ferris plays his old game, mutual respect would be complicated. Reason 2. The Maple Leafs nation doesn't love Marner. Second, the public no longer loves Marner. In fact, they have little fondness for him. Maple Leafs management is aware of the public perception surrounding Marner's previous negotiations, and they also realize that the public believes he hasn't been productive, fair or unfair, due to the ankle injury late in the season. He has become a polarizing figure among fans, which gives the organization an advantage in negotiations. As a result, they may hesitate to engage in similar tactics that could harm the team's reputation, allowing him to be pressured by someone the fan base clearly dislikes. Reason 3. Concerns about Marner's performance. Third, there have been concerns about Marner's postseason performance. His play this postseason has been widely criticized. Hockey analysts have raised questions about his value, consistency, and, more seriously, commitment. The organization may be less inclined to offer a lucrative contract extension if they doubt Marner's ability and desire to deliver results in high-pressure situations. Reason 4, as always, the Maple Leafs must consider the salary cap. Fourth, there are pragmatic decisions surrounding the team's salary cap. With the salary cap being a significant factor in roster management, the Maple Leafs need to ensure they allocate their resources wisely to build a competitive team. They may hesitate to meet Marner's demands if it means sacrificing flexibility to address other lineup needs. Reason 5. Maple Leafs team harmony and value. Fifth, although Marner may be well-liked in the room, the organization may believe that his contentiousness in negotiations would destabilize team harmony, chemistry, and morale. To maintain a positive team environment, they may prioritize finding common ground and promoting goodwill instead of paying Marner more money. The final outcome of Marner's negotiations. As an AI language model, I don't have real-time information or the ability to predict the future. Therefore, I cannot provide the final outcome of Mitch Marner's contract negotiations with the Toronto Maple Leafs. The details of the negotiations and the eventual outcome will depend on various factors, including the positions of both parties, market conditions, and team dynamics. It's best to follow reliable sports news sources for the latest updates on Marner's contract negotiations.